Every so often we come upon a situation that points out how disadvantaged the average consumer is when dealing with today's banks. Today my wife and her sister went to the bank to change the title on their mother's bank account. Instead, they ended up being pitched what I consider to be an unsuitable investment. Here is their story. The savings account will be dissipated over the next 7 to 8 months to pay for home care. Our advice in a situation such as this: if you need the money within the next 2 to 3 quarters, do not subject it to market forces. Leave it invested in a liquid account such as a money market fund. Unfortunately, banks today are conflicted. They seem to find it unprofitable to offer ethical advice to their consumers. They have to upsell at every opportunity that presents itself. It was suggested to my wife that the savings be invested in a bond mutual fund. They were told that there was no sales charge on the investment. In fact, there was a 1% deferred sales charge, which would have cost them nearly $1,000. The bank representative claimed that this was still a good deal since the bond fund had a yield of 3.3%. She claims that would still come out 2% ahead. Here is the truth. The yield for the past 12 months was 3.3%. The SEC 30-day yield, which is closer to reality, is just 1.75%. Unless the share price remains stable or rises over the next few quarters, which is highly doubtful with the economy beginning to recover, the sales pitch will cost my family money. The odds are that if my wife did not call me for advice, her family would have enriched the bank at the expense of caring for her mom. It shouldn't have to be like this. Banks can embrace a fiduciary standard and still make money. They just prefer to hose the public instead. I'm Tony Ogorek.